Welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Pokémon Crystal. Here we are in Azalea Town, having just dealt with the Team Rocket presence over in the Slowpoke well. After clearing them out, we got ourselves a Slowpoke as well. Pun sort of intended. And you can see the team that's rounded out here: Poliwag, Phanpy, Ghastly, and Slowpoke. We're going to take Poliwag into one of its two options or directions of evolution. Rather than do Politoed, we're going to go Poliwrath. Okay, Phanpy obviously going to evolve into Donphin, so pretty cut and dry. Ghastly as well will eventually get us to Gengar. And then, of course, Slowpoke also has two evolutions that we can choose from, one of which is Slowbro from Gen 1, and the one is Slowking. Now, Slowbro, I think, evolves by level, right? Let me just go ahead and just make sure. And it evolves into Slowking as the Gen 2 option through the use of holding a King's Rock while being traded. Now, I do think it's very important here to touch base on this. Okay, so Slowbro at level 37. Okay, just wanted to clarify because I couldn't remember. I just wanted to clarify something very important because I think it's significant and you guys should know. I edited the game to allow me to trade, or rather than evolve Pokemon through trade, I can now evolve these Pokemon through leveling up or other simple self-contained means. So most of the Pokemon in this game that require an evolution through a trade method, whether it's like holding an item or whatever, like Gengar, for example, to get it, you have to have a Haunter, you trade it. Without holding anything, it becomes Gengar, right? Same thing with Graveler to Golem and a handful of Gen 1 others. Gen 2 has the held item mechanic, and Pokemon like Scyther has the Metal Coat, trade it while holding it, it becomes Scizor. Same thing with Slowpoke, the King's Rock being held by Slowpoke, trade it and evolves into Slowking, rather than evolving at Slowbro at level 37. Now, the Slowpoke is unique in that the way the game has been edited using the Pokemon randomizer, and I have instructions on the main page of my channel. It's my most popular, most viewed video on how you can download it for free using a PC and editing the game files and whatever, and then you can port that game to, you know, wherever you can play your games. But anyway, I use that method on this game, in this instance, in this playthrough, this experience. So Slowpoke will evolve rather than through the use of holding a King's Rock in a trade, but instead a Water Stone. It is one of only a few. Let's take a look. I think in Gen 2, yeah, it is the only Pokemon that evolves through trade, Slowpoke into Slowking, that instead of hitting a certain level, it evolves into Water Stone. Pokemon like Poliwhirl to Politoed, which was also a trade at the King's Rock, evolves at level 37 when you level it up by the way that I've edited the game. Kadabra evolves, Graveler, Machoke, and Haunter, they all evolve at level 37 plus into their final stages rather than having a trade. And then Onix evolves into Steelix at 30 plus. Seadra evolves into Kingdra at 40 plus, and then Scyther and Porygon evolve at 30 plus as well, respectively, rather than doing trades with held items. So I wanted to bring that up because I did bring over a Water Stone, so we're going to go ahead and use that now, and we're going to go ahead and evolve Slowpoke. But I wanted to clarify that obviously that's not the normal way that you would evolve a Slowpoke, so I didn't want to catch anybody off guard. I talked about this since the beginning of my playthrough, and this is how I do pretty much all my playthroughs. I think the only playthrough that I can recall that I didn't do this in was Pokemon Red. Every other game in the core series that has trade evolution mechanics up to Gen 5, I use this method, so I find it to be very handy and useful. Take a look at the video on the channel if you want to see how that's done, so you can do it yourself if you are interested. Nonetheless, let's move on and evolve our Slowpoke into a Slowbro, shall we? Cool. It's a kind of neat sprite. I like that. Now, Slowking is not necessarily one of my favorite Pokemon. In fact, this guy has freaked me out ever since he was in one of the Pokemon movies. Was it the... God, what movie was it? The Talking Slowking? I think it was in the movie with Lugia and the Legendary Birds. Ever since that, Slowking has actually really made me uncomfortable. Like, I just didn't like the idea of that Pokemon talking as much as he did. Meowth is fine. Hell, I'll give it to Lucario and Lugia also talking, and Mewtwo even. But, like, I just don't... Slowking, it just makes my skin crawl. But still, one of the goals of this playthrough was to use Pokemon that I don't normally use, and I figured, you know what, we need a Psychic type, and we'll work with this. But the problem now is we have Poliwag, which is a water fighting, and we have Slowking, which is a water and Psychic. And Slowking, as well as Slowpoke, almost learns the exact same moves at the exact same levels, except I think Slowpoke and Slowking learn Amnesia in a different way. Slowbro's an outlier. It learns different things at different levels, but these two are pretty much the same. I think Slowbro has a few differences, but despite that, all three of these forms, Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Slowking, if I'm not mistaken, in Gen 2, only learn 3 Psychic moves total: Confusion, Amnesia, and Psychic. And Psychic is the last one in like the upper 40s. I think Slowbro might even learn it in like the 50s. So we're kind of stuck between that and a rock and a hard place, because now, not only that, he learns Water Gun at 15 and then doesn't learn any of their water moves. So it's like this gen is just so broken in how it's so misbalanced. It's so poorly managed, I think, in Gen 2 about how they've organized like obtaining Pokemon in the end game, the lack of evolutionary methods to the stones, the level curve is obnoxious, like the moves don't make any sense, like their move sets, like it's very silly how very few moves he has. Now granted, Confusion and Psychic are like the de facto moves, but Psybeam would have been nice if he could pick that up, or like some other psychic attack type move. But I have to decide now whether or not I want the water like move, or HMs rather, to go to Poliwag and Slowbro. Do I split them? Do I just use one as an HM? Like, I don't know. Like, I really want Poliwag to evolve into Poliwrath and then have some fighting moves. So maybe we'll do like 2 water, 2 fighting, and then we'll do 2 water and 2 psychic for Slowking as well. I'm not sure. There's just so much that I'm trying to figure out about that, so we're still working on it. But nonetheless, this episode, now that we're through with the Team Rocket problem in Azalea, we are now going to go and deal with Bugsy. Now, I have a Fire-type Pokemon. I have all 3 starters, including Cyndaquil, obviously, in the box, but I'm not using them right now, so I don't really have a huge advantage here. I think there might be... Let's see, what is... Let's see. Bug... Let's see. Bug-type Pokemon... strong against. I gotta remember what they're good against. Bug-type Pokemon, Dark Grass and Psychic is what it's effective to. So, okay, so we can't use... Yeah, so Phanpy might be okay. He doesn't have a lot of moves to use. Poliwag will have to step in. I think, yeah, even Ghastly will be fine, because he's not Dark or Psychic in that regard, but that's okay. All right, we'll have to worry about that. Regardless, though, you know what? Actually, hold on. Before we do the gym, I'm wondering, can I do Ilex Forest before? I'm not sure. Let's find out. Oh. Oh, I forgot we have a freaking battle with this fool. Tell me something. Is it true that Team Rocket has returned? What, you beat them? Quit lying. You're not joking. Then let's see how good you are. I always like to do the rival voice in how I imagine Gary Oak sounds in the anime. Like, I'm trying to emulate Gary Oak's voice. A little bit more whiny and obnoxious, but I'm trying to emulate his voice from the anime as he antagonizes Ash throughout. Alright, so what do you got? A Ghastly as well. I don't like that we're sharing Pokemon. Oh, I forgot that he has the crown on his head that's actually a Shelter form, and it's got eyes in the back. Alright, Water Gun. Interesting. I'm surprised that it did that much damage. I wonder why it was so effective. Paralyzed? Really? We didn't get paralyzed from it. That's the first time I've seen Lick not paralyzed. Alright, there we go. I think that Slowking already had... I think he had damage on him from when I was leveling up before. I might not have gone to the Pokemon Center when I was training. Oh crap, I was not paying attention to the Pokemon. Well, we'll throw out Ghastly. What is it? Zubat. Okay. Now remember, when we did our gold playthrough, there's like not really a hidden. It's kind of hidden. There's a hidden encounter with your rival where he actually has a Crobat, and you can fight him on certain days of the week up at the Indigo Plateau, which is really cool. And then eventually, when you fight him, he sort of changes his tune once he's realized that he's kind of a D-bag. And the thing is, it's not really his fault. Like, it's not his fault that he's such a piece of garbage. Like, there's reasons behind it. Like, I don't want to, like... I mean, we all probably know, but I don't want to spoil it. But, like, his lineage, his history, there's a reason why he's kind of a tool in that way. Okay, this is annoying. This Zubat is going to wreck Ghastly. Damn it. need an electric type. I can't wait to get to Goldenrod so I can get my Eevee and evolve it in the Jolteon. I'm very excited about that. Let's throw a Poliwag out there. Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Let's try Double Slap. I know Double Slap is a crappy move. Yeah, it did a little more damage than I expected, but my team needs to evolve, dude. I think Poliwag also doesn't evolve for a little while as well. Like, what is the deal? 25. Okay, we're not too far off. And then a Water Stone with Poliwrath. It's okay. We'll get another one and then worry about that evolution. I just wanted to get something evolved on the team. Stat-wise, my team is trash because they're also low level, or not low level, but they're base forms. Just don't really feel like it's... Oh, you bitch. Sorry. I try, you know, I feel like I've been a little bit loose-lipped and flicking my tongue around and saying curse words a little bit more often, and I need to stop that. It's okay if I'm doing it in the Mark After Dark segment of the channel, which is where it's like late night games that are like mature themed or violent or scary or whatever, but like not in this. So I apologize for that. I don't want to be overusing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, Slowking's not going to be useful. Ghastly, no. Fanpete, no. I guess we're just going to keep out Poliwag. Croconaw actually looks kind of cool in here. The problem that I have with Croconaw is that I don't like how he has that weird sort of Fred Flintstone sash across his chest. It just looks so dumb. I've always hated that. I just don't like it. It's never looked good. I just don't like it. This is not going to work very well. Yeah, barely. Oh, it's still wait. Why the hell is Double Slap hitting 3 times? I thought it was like ba-bam, ba-bam, but maybe it's each slap is ba-bam, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe that's what it's trying to say. I feel like, yeah, I feel like if you're ever fighting a Pokemon that is of the same element and you're hitting it with its own element, it should either do no damage or like 1 HP. There's actually a Pokemon game. I'm wondering, let's see, what does he have for stats? I know it's not wise to put him out, but I do want to see what he has for moves. Do you have anything that can hit hard? Just Tackle. Slowking will have to go out for that. I was actually, so there's an acquaintance of mine that was streaming Radical Red, and I really want to play that. Radical Red is supposed to be rather difficult, and that's going to be a struggle for me. But I think that would also be kind of interesting from like a dramatic, you know, suspense experience. But at the same time, the thing that I love about it the most is it has like a lot of later generation Pokemon. Like I'm pretty sure that it was using like it had sprites in there for like, I don't know, Gen 8, Gen 9 at least. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and research it a little bit more. But it looked like there was like a Hisuian Samurott or something in there. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But I was shocked. I was like, how did they get those sprites in there? And obviously it's made by fans, so like, duh, that's obviously why. But the sprite work in Radical Red is amazing. The fans did such a good job. It looks like it was Game Freak that did it. Like I was blown away. So I think, let me see, Samurott is what generation? Because he comes from Ocelot, right? Let's see. Duat I love so much. He is a really cool Pokemon. Oh, it's Gen 5. Okay, so they are part of the Sprite generation then. Okay, well, there was something else going on with it. Yeah, it was Hisuian for sure because it had the black shell with the red etchings on it, and like, yeah, so it was definitely the Hisuian one. So Radical Red definitely has some really cool stuff. We have to explore that. I do want to get through all the main games before I start doing like ROM hacks, but I don't know. This one's really caught my attention. Very interesting. Okay, worry about that another time, I guess. Useless Pokemon, listen you. You only won because my Pokemon were weak. I hate the weak. Pokemon trainers, it doesn't matter who or what. I'm gonna be strong and wipe out the weak. That goes for Team Rocket too. They act big and tough for a group, but get them alone and they're weak. I hate them all. You stay out of my way. A weakling like you is only a distraction. Okay, look dude, like you're sitting here talking about the weak this, weak that, and I just beat you, so maybe tone it down. really want to look. Yeah, they have Mega Evolutions in Radical Red. Damn, dude, I am... I'm very, very anxious about that. I really, 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 really want to play that. It's just so cool seeing later stages of Pokemon appear in that. You know what I mean? It just looks really good. All right. I'm going to pop into Ilex Forest and see if I can do this first. I don't know if I need to deal with Bugsy. The forest is watched over by its protector. Stay out of mischief. We're going to look into this later. The Ilex Forest does have an encounter with Celebi. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I had read that apparently the GS ball that you have to obtain through whatever means to encounter Celebi in this game, that was based on, like, the first 2 games did not have anything to do with Celebi at all. Like, Gold and Silver did not have, the Ilex Forest had nothing to do with Celebi. And I think there was just some rumors that flooded the internet, and there was a lot of, like, I guess Game Freak was like, we have no idea why players thought, like, Celebi had anything to do with that, that shrine thing, but they took that as motivation to bring it in here. I like Oddish a lot. Damn it. I might catch him. They use that as motivation to actually bring Celebi into Crystal, which is why he's obtainable here. Oh man, my boss is gonna be steaming. The Farfetch that cuts trees for charcoal took off on me. I can't go looking for it here in the Ilex Forest. It's too big, dark, and scary for me. Okay, I got you, buddy. Yeah, I think we'll catch... Oh, there you are. It's the missing Pokemon. I kind of want to get... I'm thinking, do I want Vileplume on the team? Or do I want Sunflora? Or, Sunflora. Blossom. I have to think about it. I just don't know if I have a place for Grass on my team. I believe I don't need to click on him from here. Can I go all the way around? Yeah, I might take the long way. We're gonna go up and around, I think that's the trick, because we have to push him the other direction. Unless it's in that pen. I'm not sure. Does he go down and to the right? Okay, so I can scare him back this way. Gotcha. Okay, this is the right way. Perfect. Wow, thanks a whole bunch. My boss's Pokemon won't obey me because I don't have a badge. Oh god, I talked to him, like, immediately locked into an encounter here. I need to get a flying-type Pokemon, and I've decided that I know what Pokemon I want for that. I know Skarmory is on my list for now, but it might be a while till I can get it, but I really want to get a Dragonite. Thinking about that, too. Ah, my Farfetch'd. You found it for us, kid. Without it, we wouldn't be able to cut trees for charcoal. Thanks, kid. Now, how can I thank you? I know. Here, take this. Cool. I don't think anyone can actually learn Cut right now, can they? That's the Cut HM. Teach that to a Pokemon to clear small trees. Of course, you have to have the gym badge from Azalea to use it, which doesn't really make a lot of sense, but... Okay, so let's go... I don't know, a lot of Pokeballs. I need to stock up. I don't think anyone can learn it. Damn. Cut, Flash, and Mud Slap. Yuck. Alright, let's see if we can capture an Oddish. I'm gonna need a Pokemon that can cut something, and I'm trying to think... I don't really know what to do about it. A Psyduck? I already have too many water Pokemon, and he's also water psychic, and so that doesn't really fit now, considering that I've got Slowking at this point, and... Dang it. I wonder if I should just grab Chikorita. I might. Damn it! I didn't want to grab Chikorita, but I need it. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do... Alright, I'm trying to think what we got here. Let me think about it for a minute. Dave. I know we have a water-type Pokemon, but like... I wonder... Yeah... Damn. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Gonna have to figure this out another way. Let's see, can Dave learn this? Yeah. I'm not going to put Totodile on the list of Pokemon there because it's just not part of the team. I've got it for HMs for now. That's the only thing that we're going to be doing with it, but... All right, anyway, we're going to go ahead and save it here. We're going to break it up. I weeded the Ilex Forest and got cut, so we're going to go ahead and save that as is. We will continue right where we left off right here in the next episode where we will take on Azalea Gym Leader Bugsy and his Bug-type Pokemon, and hopefully that'll go well for us, but be sure to stick around and find out. If you did enjoy this episode, though, you can show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine Community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. Otherwise, just know I appreciate you and your time, and hope to see you when we continue with more of our playthrough of Pokemon Crystal. All right, guys. This is me. Take care. Be well. See you next time. Later.